Hello and welcome back to Total Chunks. This episode is mostly talking about my chunk goals and how I am going to tackle them. As I hopefully mentioned in my first episode, I will not be going for skill capes for a few obvious reasons. Reason 1 is getting 99 farming. With the farming plots I have at the moment, it's just not realistically possible, and I feel like this chunk is going to be long enough as it is. Also, anyone that has played RuneScape 3 before will know there is also a second type of skill cape, the level 120 skill cape, that requires over 100 million experience to obtain. Probably one of the most unrealistic things for a chunk account. Having a look at the 29 tasks in RuneScape 3, there are 3 tasks that stand out. They are 90 woodcutting for an elder tree, 90 fire making, and 95 fletching for an elder shield bow. The rest I can deal with. The only other task that will take a while is the 79 magic for entangle. On the other hand, the old school RuneScape tasks are going to be a lot easier. I think the worst tasks are going to be the golden pheasant egg, the fox whistle, and the petal garland. Because of the RuneScape 3 tasks, I have plenty of time to collect all of the forestry items, so I am not concerned at all. Also, with the woodcutting, fire making, and fletching grind, I have been procrastinating and making an Excel spreadsheet on how long this grind will actually take. I am still working out how long the woodcutting will take me, but so far I have worked out that it will take about 51 hours of bonfires with willow logs to get me 90 fire making. That's about 51k willow logs on a bonfire at 6 ticks per log. That is 3.6 seconds per log. And about 105 hours of fletching willow shield bows. That is about 210k willow shield bows at 3 ticks per log. That is 1.8 seconds per bow. That is about 260k willow logs, and if I have done my calculations right, that will take over 810 hours with my current best in slot hatchet, the iron hatchet. I have been looking at alternatives for a better hatchet, taking some inspiration from other chunkers, mostly old school RuneScape. There are not many chunk accounts in RuneScape 3, and I think I might be the first person stuck with this particular issue. If there are any other RuneScape 3 chunk accounts like me, please let me know their channel names so I can check them out. RuneScape 3 has quite a few more skills in general, like necromancy, archaeology, invention, dungeoneering, summoning, and divination. The skill cape for divination is also in my chunk, but the only way for me to train that at the moment is by harvesting pale wisps for 1 experience per harvest and for 3 experience per conversion. So having a quick look on the internet, it is about 4k experience per hour. Working that out quickly, it works out to about 135 days of doing divination. Before anyone says anything, I cannot do the Guthexian cache, as it does not actually open on the Pale Wisp Rift. So because of that, I will only be training divination to the highest level I need for this chunk, which is level 10. As I am trying to edit all of this together, I have noticed that I am really bad at keeping on task and keep swapping between multiple chunk goals. I am going to try to fix that throughout this series. Unfortunately, I do still have a lot of footage I am going through at the moment, as I was being lazy with the editing. I started these accounts at the end of June, and I am barely through the first 2 months. The later months do have a lot less recording, as there were less levels gained because of the experience needed per level. Once I am all caught up though, I will be making sure I grind out my tasks one at a time. I also do plan on streaming after I have caught up with all the videos, and I will add links to the streaming service that I decide to use later on. I am just burning a willow log on old school RuneScape for a chunk goal. I had a bright idea for going for 12 divination to make the divine herb patches, so I can use them daily to level up my farming and grow my herb stacks. Turns out it was not the brightest idea because they require flickering energy to make. Here I decided to make a divine tree instead and just kind of see how much experience I get from that. To be honest, not really useful, but once I get higher level trees, I think this would be quite useful. Now I've decided I wanted to get my 15 fishing to catch the anchovies. Fishing is still quite a slow skill even in RuneScape 3, so I will skip most of the levels and just show you what I finish on. I also remembered that I can actually do the Draynor Agility Rooftop course now, and it was also a requirement to get the Mark of Grace. Just going to skip a few levels, and that is 10 agility there. Again, I was distracted and decided to do some cooking. That is now level 15 cooking. That is also 15 agility. That is now 10 fishing, and I have also decided to cook the food as I go. That was 20 cooking. Here I am killing implings for the chance of the clay drop. Making soft clay is also one of my chunk tasks. Now just to make it into soft clay, and also making it into a pot, as there are a million little achievements to do in this game. At the moment, just going for my best in slots, which is my black gauntlets and black sword main hand and offhand. Again, I have swapped tasks. I had thought on what I could do to aid my woodcutting grind. In old school RuneScape, one of the more difficult chunk goals people get is Hunter, usually through the Puro-Puro grind. Not be doing non-chunk specific goals, but a better hatchet will make the woodcutting grind significantly quicker. 90 plus woodcutting with an iron hatchet will take a very long time. I will do some maths later on for the next episode, and I'll get into greater detail on how this is going to work, as the impling drop tables in RuneScape 3 got changed with the release of Invention. There are also no lucky implings in RuneScape 3, so I will have to get a rune hatchet another way. That is 10 Hunter. One of the chunk tasks in old school RuneScape was getting sturdy beehive parts. That is now 15 Hunter. After getting 17 Hunter, I found myself a crop circle and grabbed some implings. then decided that was too slow, so I went back to killing rabbits. That is now 28 Hunter for gourmet implings. Also just got 58 woodcutting on old school RuneScape. 30 Hunter on RuneScape 3. That is also an easy 15 fishing thanks to Bob. Just collecting my Twitch's gloves for collection mod. That is also 60 woodcutting in old school RuneScape. This is 36 Hunter for Earth Implings. Balthazar, Beauregard's Big Top Bonanza, is a minigame based in a circus where you can do 3 skills: agility, ranged, and magic. This is also not a chunk specific minigame, but if it does come into my chunk, I will do it as I can get easy levels, especially in agility. With that, I am going to finish the episode here. I'm trying to get rid of all of the unnecessary levels and streamline this a bit so I can start showing some more up-to-date videos and hopefully start streaming as well.